Now we wait for folks to get here. Hey! I think you're the only one in here. Oh, there's two people in here. Hello, hello. Give the video or give the stream a thumbs up as you enter if you could, so we can get into the algorithm. I try to schedule these, but you know. Hey! Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Oh, thank you. Okay, now I can tell that the angle that I have my iPad is really far away. So I'm really gonna have to squint to see all the chat. I hope everybody's doing good though. We'll wait a few minutes to let a few more people get in here before I get started. For those of you who celebrated 4th of July, I hope you had a good one. Oh, you know what? Because you're in the live chat section. If you come out of the live chat and go like onto the video part, I think you can thumbs up when you first open up. Child, I don't know how to do it. Don't ask me. I don't know. Let's get a few more people in. But I'll shuffle the cards while we're waiting for everybody else to show up. See if I can get like maybe 10 to 20 more people in here. Let's pre-shuffle the kipper. New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand right now? You know, I really hope that I can pull some other energy off of these cards. But you know what? I don't really lead that way. I let spirit kind of lead it the way that they want us to go. So if there's something specific that we need to know about, and I know it seems really redundant when we're constantly talking about the people that we don't like and that we don't want to deal with. But again, like I think I said in the last live, I'm starting to believe that the reason why some of the information keeps recycling through and why we keep on talking about it, it's so that we are ready literally for this Mercury retrograde, because I want you to be prepared for when these folks start circling back. I don't want anybody to backpedal. I don't give a damn how good it sounds. Whatever it is. Don't fall for it. All right, we got almost 100 people in here. Hello, hello, hello. Let me jump in and do my intro. Welcome in, guys. If you are new or passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie if you're returning. Welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Also, I wanted to mention, because I mentioned this to a client earlier, I'm coming up, I have a little bit of a directory that I tend to refer my clients out to, because there are some things that they're not part of my work. So if I don't have knowledge on it, or if I don't have that area as part of my field, I refer it off to somebody else. So if you have a service, if you're a spiritualist and you're a Reiki master, or today, my client was a numerologist. I was completely fascinated by her story, just about what she does and how she does it. I've got somebody on deck for astrocartography, so I always advise folks to book a session for astrocartography before you start talking about moving across the country to someplace else. You need to know if where you're going is actually a good location for you, because you could go somewhere and your whole life could just go up in flames. I don't recommend. Um, but if you happen to have a service and you're a spiritualist and you have certain specialties that you focus on, if you could comment on that on the video, not on the live chat, because on live chat, once this is gone, I'm not going to be able to see any of those things. Or drop me an email at Tarot by Tam with your website information and what you provide, what services you provide, and I'll connect you. I'll add you onto my list of practitioners, and I'm going to start adding that list into the description box so that people have access. I want to share. I don't gatekeep. I want to share that information. I want folks to get the help that they need, because that's literally what I'm here for. Okay, so let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about today. Hope everybody is doing good, feeling good, well rested. I just finished dinner, so I'm full. I'm relaxed. I feel good. I don't know if any of my moderators are here yet. All right. Hi, Josephine. I have always loved the name Josephine. It's so funny. Yesterday, I don't know why I was thinking about it, but I've never, my birth name is Tamara. I've never liked my name ever. And I remember when I was a little girl, I introduced myself to somebody as Diana because I thought I was Wonder Woman. And I remember when I saw the little girl again, and she's like, "Hi, Diana." Totally forgot who she was talking to. She was talking to me. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh, yikes. Okay, so let's talk about this opening energy. It looks like I have somebody who wants to come towards you, but it kind of looks like this person, it feels like they're at a loss. This is somebody who definitely has some feeling. There are feelings involved. Okay, so whoever this is, and I'm not going to start immediately by claiming it's some type of romantic connection, because I don't necessarily think that this is, but I feel like somebody wants to approach you with some type of gesture. However, I think this person is having some difficulty in trying to figure out a way to get to you. This is somebody that you have definitely turned your back on. You already closed out the cycle, whatever the cycle was between you and this person. It's already ended. You're already kind of moving towards something new here. I think this person almost feels like somebody running out of options. They want to come towards you, but I feel like they're so far behind you that they can't even catch up, because I'm getting the energy like you've already kind of left the building. You've left the building, you've left the room, you're nowhere in this person's proximity. And I think that this person is having a really difficult time thinking of ways to like reach you or communicate, or at least to tell you how they feel. They're having some difficulty with that. Now, alternately, it could literally be somebody, because this kind of looks like somebody who's, they're like, I heard the word encapsulated. I'm not really sure how that pertains to this, but it could be literally somebody who's the reason why there's some distance between you and this person. They also could be, this could be somebody who is in fact incarcerated. So if this person is incarcerated, it's kind of like, you know, when you're in that isolation space and you got nothing but time to sit and think. That's what this looks like. It looks like somebody here who's just like really, really, and they want to communicate with you, but they already know that you're not fucking with them. They already know that you're not going to deal with them, because again, you've already moved on. You've already closed out the cycle. And this person, I feel like it feels very much like, yeah, because if they're in jail, and whether this is physical jail or whether this is like, you know, spiritual jail, it's like somebody is being left to deal with their feelings on their own, away from you, without the ability to contact you, without the ability to reach out. Because I get the impression, the energy that it's giving me, this person is in a position where they don't have the ability to reach you. So I don't know if you got them blocked or something like that. I see where you don't want to deal with them, but the energy of the space that they are in, it's almost, it literally could be somebody who's in prison or somebody who's in jail. They just don't have the ability to reach out to you the way that they want to. So they don't have anything else to do but to sit with their thoughts and think about how, you know, how they may not have shown up for you when they really needed to. Okay, let's get into it. Oh. Okay, well, whoever this person is, this could have been a former lover, somebody that you were may have been intimate with. This person's on a struggle bus. So, okay, because now this with these cards, this took a turn. So what this looks like is whoever you were to this person. I mean, we've seen this before. There was a choice, and this person chose to let their little head think for their big head. They may have been very heavily attracted to the person that they chose, and what they got as a result of it turned their life inside out. So that could literally be reason why. If they're in jail, that's why. This is a really interesting energy because they chose, instead of prioritizing your relationship, because your relationship may have brought them some sense of stability. I'm getting a lot right now. I don't normally channel when I'm doing lives, but I feel like a whole lot of energy coming behind this. Okay. What this feels like is, yes, somebody chose, they chose based on their attraction. Not that they weren't attracted to you, but the person that they chose, you know, maybe I heard a quiet love. I don't know what that means. Well, I know what that means. They were looking for something a little bit more exciting. Your energy may have been it may have been a little too grounding. Like, you know, sometimes people, they like the thrill of the chase. And if you're a grounded individual and you are really stable in where you are, sometimes folks think that's boring. And that's no shade. I mean, I'm pretty sure folks have looked at, you know, the way that I perceive relationships to be handled as boring. But if you feel like you need to choose something a little bit more exciting, go choose that and see what it gets you. And that's what this person is experiencing right now. So I feel like I said, they have no choice but to sit in the energy that they're in and really deal with the feelings, because now they're realizing that whatever you two had in the past, it was genuine, it was real, and they chose. This was an active decision that they took. They prioritized this chaotic ass energy of the person that they were attracted to. They chose that over having something very rooted and established with you. Okay. See how that's working out for you, buddy. Oh yeah, this person is on a struggle bus. They're on a struggle bus. And the thing about it is, now what I said, they're sitting over here thinking about, they have to sit with their feelings, but now they're at, like, I heard, at war with themselves, because this looks like one person. This looks like somebody, like, at war with themselves. It's like, you know, realizing that they fumbled the bag. You were the bag. Mm-hmm. Jeez. Yeah. They fumbled this big time. And now they're sitting here. They put you in a competition with somebody else thinking this is somebody who liked the attention of other people. You were just, I wouldn't, and I'm not saying that you even care, but I feel like you're probably, I think this was maybe a lesson for you to like learn your own self, learn your own value, like to walk away from folks when you can clearly see that they're not treating you the way that they should be. This person is now kind of like kicking themselves because you walked away. They may have at one point been a part of your 10 of cups. They put this 10 of cups energy, it was at risk. They gambled it. They literally gambled it only to end up in an environment or deal with somebody who didn't actually like love them or give them any kind of nurturing or anything like that. I don't know about you. I don't care. Yeah. And now they're kind of looking, I don't know what you got going on in your life or how this person may even know what's going on with your life. But I can see here, because this looks like this energy at the bottom is opposite of what I've got here on the top. Look at that. Yeah, this is definitely somebody who has, yeah, this is exactly what was supposed to happen. So it happened the way that it was supposed to. Whoever I'm talking to today in the collective, like this, I want to say this down, this whole bottom section is the collective energy, or at least my collective. Um, it kind of, they're like a weird mirrored energy. Like I feel like you bring, like I said, you brought a certain level of stability. This person didn't know how to go the distance with you. Like you may have offered them this opportunity. Yeah, like they wanted things to be like fast. And I don't have the Knight of Wands out here, but the energy that I've got a lot of like wands and red, red and bright orange energy that's out here on the board. This person really was they were like leading with the little head. And what you were offering or providing was the stability, the groundedness, the willingness to like work on a relationship. This person just wanted some exciting shit. They wanted some exciting shit. So now what they're looking at is they're kind of beside themselves because they're like, damn, I had someone in my life who genuinely loved me, who actually provided a sense of stability that I did really want. It just was too slow of a pace for this person, because in order to create that kind of a stability within a relationship, you actually have to like work at it. And now this person doesn't have anything to do but to sit here and sit in the energy that they're in, kicking themselves for where they are right now, especially if this person is in jail. This person's kicking themselves. They're kicking themselves because now it feels like it's, I heard so clear. Now it is so clear as to why the relationship failed, why you moved on. This person's feeling completely beat down by their decisions. Oh, well. I don't feel no kind of way about it. How about y'all? Like, I don't feel no kind of way about this. Should have made better choices. Should have made better choices. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And right now, they won the prize of a lifetime, especially if they're behind bars. All right, let's see. Ah, okay. I want to say I don't think that this person. It's weird because it almost feels like if you walked away from them, it feels like they never thought. especially if you've dealt with this person I kind of get like this has been kind of an ongoing thing for a really long time. So if you were dealing with somebody, I don't think this person really thought about like the fallout of their actions. Like they didn't think about how it would impact them in the future. So even if you walked away, like I don't know what the nature of your relationship was or how this went, because this feels very, it does kind of have an in and out flavor to it. Um, so they're here now, here for a good time, not a long time. Like I said, I don't have the Knight of Wands out here, but the energy signature is out here. I can feel it. So this feels to me like somebody who was taking action. They didn't think that their actions or what they were doing, they never thought that those actions would later affect them, especially where it comes to you. So if in the past you guys would reconnect and go your separate ways and reconnect and go your separate ways, this person never thought that there would be a time where you would not come back ever, where you would close that door, close that chapter. It's done. It is done. Where you would close that chapter of your life and sever the tie and be good with it. Like it may have taken, I just got tingles on the top of my head. It may have taken, it may have taken you a long time to get to that point, but you finally were, when you finally saw, especially for you, when you finally saw that you weren't getting any further ahead with the connection, you weren't able to make it solidify into anything, you finally just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna let it go. I'm ready. I'm getting chills on top of my head again. Being ready was a thing. And I think that was your thing. When you weren't ready. So you may have allowed a lot of things to happen that really just prolonged the drama that you two were going through. But when you were ready, oh baby, when you were ready, you took action and you didn't look back. They never expected that. They never expected that. Now, mending is out here in the reverse, so we know what that means. There's no energy here, at least not in the present. That would support any kind of, bringing things back together. This person's done way too much damage. And I've talked about it in other readings. Whoever's done you wrong, and this doesn't matter, it doesn't matter who it is, whatever the nature of the relationship, whoever's done you wrong and you walked away from them, part of their karma is not ever having access to you ever again. Do not entertain it. Hey, Tanya. Oh, look at that. I love these cards. So basically, they never anticipated this is a change. This for them has been a dramatic change because again, you've always been there. You've always been there. It didn't matter like I said, it doesn't matter the nature of the relationship. You may have always just been kind of in the wings, Um, and the change for them, oh, I love this. Oh yeah. What did I say? These people got to go this part of this leg of the journey, whatever they're going through, they got to go through this part alone because they're realizing now that number one, well, I'm saying, I'm thinking, I'm hoping that this is something that they realize because they're not in alignment with you. I don't think that they may not have ever really been in alignment with you. I think I said it a couple of readings ago. I'm like, it was your love that made them who they were in your eyes. It was your love that did that. So for you, it was kind of a dilemma of having to make the choice to be ready to walk away. And now what they're left with is the change and the reality that you're no longer loyal to them. You're no longer loyal to them. And you were led away from this. You were. You were led to make the decision. And it's kind of like, You know, when you get into that moment where you're just like, I've had enough. I've had enough. You had to get pushed to that level before you would make a move, because at that, I don't think that at any other time, like when the cards are out here, I do like to see what would have to happen if it was in the reverse. What would need to happen in order to flip it. Same thing when it's in the upright. What would need to happen in order for it to be in the reverse in a whole opposite direction? And I think what was happening was God kept trying to show you who this person was over and over again. Every single time you got your feelings hurt, every single time they said, I'll make it up to you. They didn't show up. They didn't come through. Every single time they let you down, those times were meant for you to be like, you know what? Fuck this. I deserve better. Right? But you didn't. You know why? Because you loved them. I got chills. Like literally, I got chills. I don't know who this person was for you. But whoever this person is, they did not deserve the love that you were giving them. And God was kind of placing you in a position because, you know, free will is a whole thing. God wanted you to make the decision. God couldn't do it for you. God wanted you to say, you know what? I deserve better. I deserve better. I deserve more than what I've been getting. And what's changed for this individual is the fact that your loyalty is no longer there. And they're truly feeling alone. Yeah, they're truly feeling alone to deal with those feelings. So all they can do is kind of reminisce about, and I won't even say reminisce. They think about it a lot. Oh, this person thinks about it a lot. They think about their past actions. They think about some of the things that they may have said to you, the way they may have treated you, all while you were being unconditionally loving. You showed up. Very strong likelihood this person never was able to show up for you the way that you showed up for them. God wanted you to see that so that you could just remove yourself from the situation. And finally be done with this. Damn. Damn. I said this person is left alone, left alone with their thoughts. Left alone. They ain't got no friends. Family is turning their backs. Nobody's dealing with this person. I feel like somebody here is trying to like manifest some type of, you know, they want to communicate. They really do. They want to communicate with you. But they don't even have a way to get that communication to you. So like, even if somebody were to like write you a letter or something, what this feels like over here is like everybody has turned their backs on them. Like their friends, their family, like their family, whoever this person is, their friends and family have walked away. And the other thing that I see here too, even if they were to communicate with you, it still feels like there's some level of dishonesty here. And I don't see you, I mean, you're not even in a space to try to like entertain it anyway. Yeah. You're not. And the energy that I'm getting, because this is not, whoever this is, like I said, you're not in alignment. They're not a reflection of who you are. They're kind of feeling pissy because They're upset that the cycle is closed out. You've already closed the cycle out. Whether it was with their active participation or not, you've already closed it out. Okay. All right. It's hard to shuffle these because these cards go sideways. And when I pull them out, I don't know if they're in the upright or in the reverse, and I don't want to mess them up. I gotta find another way to lay these. All right. Let's see. Oh. Oh. So whether you're feminine or masculine, you're in your Queen of Swords energy. So you got your child, you got your back turned. You are heavily protected. This person is wallowing in their own sorrows because you've moved on. And I feel like part of the moving on is not so much that like you just don't need the drama in your life. Your boundaries are definitely up, but I feel like anything dealing with this relationship, it just feels like a lot of drama. Oh, that's why they're upset. They're upset because they feel like you got away too quickly. And now it's, I always thought it was really interesting, and I've seen it only because I see it on my social media sometimes. I don't know how inmates get a hold of like cell phones and have Instagram accounts and stuff like that, but they do. And I know it happens. um, this almost gives me the energy of somebody. It's like they're watching you move on. I don't know how they're watching you. I don't know how they're watching you, but it almost feels like they're watching you from like a distance, but they see the speed at which you're moving. And I think this person is angry because they're not getting what they want. Ugh. Okay, that's what I don't like. Because this kind of feels like even though they want to communicate with you, they got all these feelings. This person also has other people. Oh, this is weird. That took a turn. It feels like they got some other people like kind of over here in the wings. I said they like excitement. You're way too stable for them. Stability for some folks is really boring. Oh, look, now he sees that his actions, it definitely could be masculine energy. Now this person sees how their actions of like I heard nickel and diming, like nickel and diming you, like they were breadcrumbing you. This person can now see, oh, because they're sitting with they're sitting in they're sitting in their own misery. They can see how they were nickel and diming you. Yeah, and all they did was cause conflict. And I think that that breadcrumbing probably caused a lot of arguments between you. You have a stalker. Honey, I think a lot of us have stalkers. Those folks don't know what to do with themselves. Yeah, see, this person is upset because now they're seeing this is karma. I said it before I even laid these cards out. Your absence from their life is their karma. Them not being able to have access to you. And if this person, I talked about it before with Mercury being retrograde, if you don't have like an ex or folks that don't come back, baby, you've already learned the lesson. I have a monitoring spirit literally on my desk. I have this giant fly and it just came out of nowhere and it's on my desk. And we've been trying to kill it for the last hour. I don't even know how it got in here. But part of this person's karma literally was losing you. Losing you forever. Yep. Yep. Child, this person is beside themselves. They may never have the opportunity to admit it. You were like the love of their life. Yeah, that was some foolish shit that they did. Keeping secrets from you, and all it did was end up with extra burdens on them. Poor Tink Tink. They invested all their time into keeping lies and telling, keeping secrets, telling lies. The interesting thing about it is, intuitively, you may have known. You may have just expected them to do better. Oh, now that, yeah, they're recognizing what they're getting right now, or what they're experiencing is karma for betraying you, for spreading it wide and thin with a whole bunch of other people. So if they're upset about the end, I mean, really, they did it to themselves. We don't care. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they want to come back in. They really do. They want to come back in to try to initiate some type of new cycle. They want to, they want to come in. They really do. But the problem is they're heavily focused on the past and what you had in the past. Even if they were to approach you now, you're likely a much different person than who you were when you were with them. So even if they were to approach you, I mean, you're not even the same person of who you were. You're not even that same person anymore. You've already released any of the toxicity that was associated with this person. When you look at this person or think about this person, that may be the thing that you think about. All the toxic shit, all of the gnarly stuff. Why would you even want to entertain it? Yeah, it's like, why would you even want to entertain somebody like that? Especially if this person was doing nothing but betraying you and backstabbing you, breadcrumbing you, having you in competition with other people. And here's the thing. They may have had, they may have had you in competition with a bunch of other people. This person may have also had like, because I'm like, I see a lot in this one card. It's kind of like, like when you're dealing with like a player and, this person may have had friends who were very much in the same kind of like player energy that they were in, right? It's almost like, because what it looks like is I see all these people over here with their little sticks and they're fighting, but then there's two people standing off to the side, and got one guy's like, no, 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 let them fight it out. Because that's what it looks like. No, 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 let them fight it out. He thought he was doing something. But now what he realizes is what he sacrificed was you. He sacrificed a successful connection, something that was rooted in love, something that was grounded. He sacrificed that in order to have, I heard a harem, which is weird because I don't really, that word is not really in my vocabulary very much. But this person may have had a few people. All right. Let's pull all these back. Time wise. So if this person's in jail, they can sit. They'll be all right. I don't even want to know what they did. Like, whatever it is. If you're in jail, I'm sure you deserve it. All right. Let's pull all these back. haven't used my double deck in a little bit, so let's shuffle this up. I mean, at least we didn't start talking about the witchy woman and her little coven and all that, because I don't really want to talk about them. All right. Like, nobody cares about those tired hoes. Let them be mad. All right. Two. All right. Okay. I actually like these cards. Okay. So you have somebody who is watching you. Stalker alert. I do have somebody who's watching you. This is somebody that you may have had some kind of falling out with. You may have blocked them. I think the funniest part is just everything on the right hand side. Like, you appear to be much happier without whoever this person is. It's not necessarily giving me a romantic feel, but whoever it is, you're doing much better without them. You appear to be very happy. You're very stable. You're abundant. It's almost like the way the energy feels. It almost feels like somebody is just, because it doesn't feel like it doesn't. While it is somebody watching you, it doesn't really feel. I'm not getting the obsessive stalker energy here, but it's somebody that you fell out with. It's somebody that you're not, that you're, there's distance between you, or you've fallen out. They may not be able to travel to you. You may have them blocked, or the way of communicating, you may have like them blocked on your phone. You may have them blocked on socials or whatever. This person wants back in. Now, the way that I see it too, they may want back in because if you're like, you're living your 10 of cups and you have what you want and you got, your life is kind of exactly the way you set it up. They want in. They're upset that they're not a part of it. Like, when I do these readings, I'm laughing because it could literally be anybody. I've cut off so many people with no shame. Oh, yes. Okay, it is somebody connected to your past, but remember, it doesn't always have to be romantic. It's not, like I said, it's not necessarily giving me a romantic feel. But it is somebody that you may have had fond memories with in the past. You had love for them. You genuinely had love for them, but you've fallen out. And I don't even get the impression that you don't love them anymore. It's not like, you just turned it off and you're like, fuck them, I don't love them anymore. It's just, I love you, but you got to be over there. I'm going to love you from a distance. Yeah. Yes. You love them from a distance. You've got your boundaries erected. I feel like you are no longer, I love this. Oh, I love this. Just because the way the cards are here, it's like you have chosen to prioritize the relationships that actually fill you with love, or where you feel like the love is reciprocated. Like, you fuck with the people that fuck with you. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like, right? Because it feels like whoever this person is that you have on the outside, I think you already recognize that it would be a poor investment of your energy and efforts to deal with them, whoever this person is. You already know what you would get if you entertain them, whoever this is. I think you try to be very patient with this person. Oh, I heard, but it was a waste of time. Yikes. I never like to look at relationships as a waste of time. I like to look at them as learning experiences. But for you dealing with whoever this is, it was a waste of time. And I think you really tried to be patient with this person. But I really love the fact that you kind of prioritized yourself above having them be a part of your life. This could be family. This could be like a family member, like an estranged family member. Hell, it could be any one of my estranged family members, but this could be an estranged family member. I feel like you made a conscious choice to only deal with people who actually put in the same level of effort that you put into the relationship. Yes, they have fallen and they are not getting back up. I think that's what you've done. You not only prioritized yourself for a change, because before maybe, you give away the farm. You want to be helpful. You want to show up for folks. But when you realize that the people that you show up for aren't showing up for you, you pull back. So here I kind of see where you made yourself a priority. You made yourself a priority, and you're only really taking the time to invest in relationships with people who are investing at the same level. At the same level. And maybe when you were dealing with this person, I think if the energy that they were in was kind of chaotic, having them in your life made you feel like, because, I don't really look at, like the Two of Pentacles, like people talk about the juggle and all that stuff. I don't really look at it like that. I look at it more like prioritizing one thing over something else, spending more time, like you're trying to juggle, yes, but ultimately you end up prioritizing one thing over something else. And I feel like at one point when you were dealing with this person, you may have, because of your love for them, you may have prioritized your relationship with this person at one point, right? But I also feel like this person came with a little bit of chaos of their own. So, when you step in to help folks, and I remind y'all all the time, we don't step in to interrupt folks' karma. So when they're going through some shit, sometimes you got to take a step back and let them go through whatever it is that they're going through, because there's some type of karmic lesson there, right? When you step in to help people when they're going through some shit and what they're meant to get is karma, you step in, you interrupt it, you get some of their karma. Do you want that? So I think at one point when you were dealing with this person, they may have also brought a little bit of that chaos into your life. And so I think down here on this end, it makes it very easy to know where to put the priorities, because you don't want that shit in your life. So if you blocked it out, good for you. Keep it like that, because it absolutely would be of no benefit for you to re-engage. I wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm seeing in two different places. I said it. I said it before I even laid these cards out. It would be a bad investment for you. Like, we talk about the Seven of Pentacles, like the reap what you sow aspect of it. I think what you've already experienced with them, you already understand. If you deal with them, you know what you're going to get. So if that's your justification for blocking them, I see it in a couple of places. If that's your justification for blocking them, I don't see anything wrong with it. And if they're unhappy with the fact that you're not dealing with them, it doesn't mean you don't love them, because I see that the love is there. You got love for them. But you're not giving them another chance. You're choosing something different. And whether that's you loving yourself or you engaging in a whole new relationship dynamic with other people and going that route, even that, I can definitely see where you're choosing only to deal with relationships that are of equal value. I feel like this person really took advantage of your generosity because there's a lot of pentacles out here. So I don't know what the nature of the relationship was with them. Pentacles may have been involved. You may have been really, really generous with your time and energy and your money. I can kind of see. I think I know who this is for me. They're not happy about it, though. They're not happy that you've blocked them out. They're not happy with the boundaries that you've erected. And if you're cut off, because I know my cutoff game is cold. And I know sometimes people think when I cut them off, like I never really, like if you can cut me off so easily, then you probably never really fucked with me to begin with. And that's not really true. I just don't have tolerance for stupid shit. I just don't. I think I've tolerated that so much in my life. I don't have any more of that to give. I give you a couple of chances, and if you burn me more than once, burn me more than twice. I ain't stupid enough to let you get me one more time. So, yeah, no. I'm going to let that rest. I'm not going to let you live rent-free in my head. I don't care what you're doing. Good luck to you. I wish you well. Ooh, they mad. They are so upset. And that's exactly why you are where you are. So this person is upset because number one, you blocked them. You may, like I said, you may have blocked communication. This person may not have the ability to reach out to you or connect to you. I heard the consequences of their actions. And I don't know specifically what the actions were, but they're heartbroken that they're not part of, okay. So it's like, I hope that everybody in the collective has a really good idea or a clear idea of where their 10 of cups is or what 10 of cups, because 10 of cups is different for everybody. But if you know what your 10 of cups is, whatever that is, it doesn't include this person. I do think this is family, but whatever it is, it doesn't include this particular person. This person is heartbroken by the fact that your 10 of cups no longer includes their presence in your life. They're very sad about it. Very, very sad. And they might even be trying to hide just how sad they are. They're sad about the fact that you decided to take a new leap and you're moving in a whole new direction. You're going in a new direction. You're starting a new cycle and you're starting the cycle without them. This person feels abandoned. They want to communicate with you, but they want you to let your guards down. I don't see you doing any of that. Oh, now this is interesting. Now you might have, okay. Here's the other thing that I see. You may have somebody out here, whoever this person is, when you block them or when you distance yourself from them, this person may have gone on like some kind of like campaign against you, like spreading rumors and gossiping and lying or whatever, right? Now the funny thing about it is, I said it in the last spread. I was like, whoever, even with that person, I don't think this is the same person. It could be, I don't know. But whoever you are now, you may not be the same person you were when you were dealing with this person. Like these are all, it's weird because it's the energy from the past. I have to believe this has something to do with the retrogrades that are coming up. Because that's what the retrogrades do. It puts us back in energy that we've already been in. And with Neptune already having gone retrograde between now and December the 10th, while Neptune's retrograde, you're going to be able to see things and people for what they really are, not their representatives. Okay, so don't gaslight your intuition. Do not gaslight your intuition. When people show you who they are, believe them. But this person, it's because they don't have access to you. You may have evolved into like a whole different version of yourself yet again. It's kind of like an onion and peeling several layers back. You're like a whole different person. So they may be telling stories about shit you did in the past, right? But you're not even that person. Those stories don't have any relevance at this point. Yeah. They're just upset that you have them blocked. Yeah, don't let anybody reconnect psychically. Like when I hear that when I'm listening to music and I hear the downloads, I can hear them. I can hear the messages in the music. Child, I'll change the station. I change the song in a heartbeat. I don't want to hear that shit. Because my attitude is if you can't say it to me directly, if you can't pick up a phone, if you can't text it, you can't write it in a letter, keep it. I don't want it in my music. I don't want to hear it. Keep that shit to yourself. Woo. Oh. Yeah, I said it before the card even flipped. Listen. Okay. Now, this portion only because the lovers is out here. And even though I know folks talk about the lovers like, oh, you got a choice between two people and blah, blah, blah. Usually when I see the lovers for me talks about yes, it is a choice. It is a choice between two things or two people that you're emotionally invested in. And 10 times out of 10, I'm always going to recommend that you choose yourself. Choose what you want. And this person is upset because what you chose wasn't them. So, and I said it here, it's like you chose to focus on your own independence. You're like, all right, well, I'm not going to deal with you. I'm blocking you out. I don't want to deal with you. That was a tower for them. They never expected that. They never expected you to close the door and then not reopen it. And then if you're partnered, whoever this person is almost feels like a stupid ass because you may have chosen your partner, or like if it's family and say, you got your family over here and you have your partner over here, you chose your partner over your family. This person is beside themselves because they never, I don't know why they thought that they had such clout or whatever that you would choose them over choosing your partner. Are you for real? Baby, when I tell you collective, whether you're masculine or feminine, because I got the Emperor and the Empress both out here. They see, and I don't know how they're seeing you, but somebody is watching. They see you embarking on a whole new cycle, an abundant cycle. Not just a new cycle, but an abundant cycle. And again, if this is somebody if you are partnered, This person wanted you. I did say before I even laid the card, this has been happening a lot, even with my client readings. Like I'll talk about it before the card even comes out because I see it already come. I see it going in that direction. This person's upset because you chose your partner over them. This person may have even been trying to, this person may have even been in your life or tried while they were in your life, made attempts to try to break up your relationship or at least become a wedge between you and your partner. Nasty work. Nasty work. Mm-hmm. Whoever this person is, they wear a mask. They may come off as somebody who's like very secure and they like to come off as secure, like they know everything and all that. Child, this person wears a mask. They're anything but that. I also have energy out here. If they want to contact you, I think they're also afraid that you may reject the communication. Yeah, you already made up your mind. You've already made your decision. So when you were dealing with this person, whoever this was, you may have been trying to breathe life into this person, whoever this person is for you. You may have been trying to breathe life into them. Like I said, you were very patient. You have been very patient with them, whoever this person is. You invested a lot of time and energy, and you just didn't see any kind of return on the investment of your efforts. So it made it easier for you to make a decision. You know what? This might not be the most, especially if it's family, it kind of goes against, social norms or whatever. You're like, you know what? I think I'm going to make a decision to move away, move on, regardless of how it makes anybody feel. I'm not going to defend my decision to move on. Because I invested a lot of time in this relationship, in this connection. I invested all this time and effort with somebody who wasn't even keeping it a buck with me. This person's been wearing a mask the whole time. Wearing a mask, keeping secrets, telling lies, and hoping that I didn't actually see it. All right, I need to reevaluate some of the cards now because I see a lot. There's a lot going on here. I want to say this is family. Okay. This is the part that I look at where the story turns, and it's going to make me grab the kipper. Because now this looks like I have in two different areas where somebody may have been attempting to break up a relationship. Ooh. You may have severed ties with a few people. Because now the way I'm looking at it, just in this sector here and this sector over here. So you, collective, you're standing in your power. You've made power moves. You're moving in the right direction. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay. I do feel like somebody here. Now this could be in secret, but unsuccessful. I think I said this in a few readings back. I was like, if you're coupled, somebody here may have been trying to do juju over you, over your partnerships, your friendships, like all of your connections, right? And they were doing, like, if you're doing return to sender, child, I highly recommend return to sender every single day, a few times a day if you need to, if you're out and about dealing with, people. Um, but this feels very much like somebody who could have been doing juju, trying to affect your stability, trying to um also to disrupt or break down the communication between you and your partner. That was unsuccessful. Um, here and here. So here looks like somebody may have paid. Now this could have been a paid practitioner. Oh damn. Cuz this line looks like somebody may have paid a practitioner in secret to block opportunities, or like if say if you're, like I said, if you're partnered, if you're already in a partnership or something, to like if you're going into a new cycle, because that's what that's astrologically that's what's being called for. We're going into these new cycles. um it's almost as if they wanted somebody to come in, and it's like they wanted like some type of disruption. It's not necessarily giving me like third party. I don't necessarily have third party energy out here. Hmm. I don't necessarily have third party energy out here, but I can see this energy hovering. It's like literally hovering right over it, like to disrupt the communication, because obviously, communication in a relationship is important. So if your communication breaks down, that could be a problem. It doesn't matter. It was unsuccessful. Whatever they're trying to do, it's unsuccessful. So even if this hasn't happened already, it's still going to be unsuccessful. Doesn't matter. And now I also have the energy too. If this is somebody in your family, it's kind of like they want to keep you stuck in a past cycle. Like they want you. Ugh. But the main reason, I feel like the main reason why they want to keep you stuck in the cycle with them is because they're dealing with a whole bunch of, okay, remember when I said up here, I was like, maybe they brought the chaos into your life when you were trying to help them, like whoever this person is, you would try to help them. You were being patient with them, right? But down here, I feel like the only reason why they even want to be a part of your life is because maybe you help make their life a little easier by taking on those burdens for them. And you're not doing that anymore. You're like, yeah, no, figure your own shit out. Hmm. All right. Let's pull these back. I'm going to do the kipper, and then I'm going to go clean my kitchen. Okay. This is, oh no. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's play with the kipper. So don't forget, if you happen to be a practitioner and you offer specific services that are outside of like tarot, but if you're like a Reiki master, or um, if you're a numerologist or an astrocartographer, um, I think I had one of my clients was a hypnotherapist. Like, send me your information. Send me your website information. I will add you to my directory. All right, let's see what the kipper has to say. Oh, damn. Okay. Somebody is facing imprisonment, or they're in prison, or facing imprisonment, or trying to avoid imprisonment for something having to do with the acquisition of a large sum of money, and it may have been through marriage, or marriage is something, marriage is a component. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yee. So that means somebody is getting ready to get hit with something soon. There's something here in the courts that is going to cause somebody some despair, but they're not going to, it's this whole row looks like the tower. It looks like a tower moment. It's something legal having to do with a large sum of money that may have been received. Like, and I haven't finished pulling the cards, but this looks like it was something that was connected to a marriage. So if there had been some type of inheritance or something like that, it was received through a marriage, or at least that's why this person felt entitled to it. Okay, there's the gift. We know the other deck, the gift is called inheritance. All right. So here's a message about, oh, look, poverty. Okay. Here's a mature man in the house. Okay. So this looks like we have, let's start with a false person. Okay. Because this false person looked like she worked real hard to, it's like to get herself in line. It's like the way that I'm seeing it, it almost feels like somebody working an angle, you know? Here's the false person getting into a relationship so that it would ultimately lead to some type of marriage, right? Now, I've said it in the past whenever I use this Kipper deck. I think this woman, because even though the false person, there's a man and a woman in this card, the woman is prominent. So I'm looking at her, my eyes are directly looking at her. It almost feels as though this woman got into a relationship like she was working hard, like she may have come from poverty. She may have come from poverty. She may have worked really hard to get to wherever she was in life, right? She may have also equally worked just as hard to get into connection with this man in order to get married so that she could secure her future with this home. Because the family room for me, it's like a home that that people would live together, a home that you have possibly even lived in yourself. Okay. There is some sudden wealth, and it is connected to the poverty. So it's like the imprisonment would come if there was some notification, because this message is in the upright, and normally the message comes out in the reverse, so that would mean the message hasn't been received, not made. That this person may have received a message that whatever she was in possession of, or whoever this is, whatever they were in possession of, they may have received a message that they have to release it soon, and that they may have to relocate and work. Strong possibility. Okay. Let's clarify. Listen, the scales and the house. So the scales is like the justice card. Now the scales fell between judication and sudden wealth, and then the house and imprisonment. Somebody blocking you. Okay. This is an obstacle here. So there may be an obstacle. There's I wish I knew what the obstacle was, but there's an obstacle that's blocking you from the sudden wealth. The sudden wealth may also have the house may be a component of that. There's the inheritance with the family room. Bad health. So here it is right here. This message about a death with an inheritance, family room. So other people definitely, I mean, the community's out here too. Other people may already know about this situation as well. Oh, yeah. So whatever is going on with this house and with this money, there was some type of official notice or notification of things to come, of bad. I told you this whole row, even though I'm not using tarot cards, this whole row right here just looks like a tower to me. It looks like a tower moment, like hitting you out of nowhere, no warning, no warning. But I feel like with this official person, there has been some type of notification, but I think they never thought that would happen. Scythe. Oh. An unexpected ending. An unexpected ending. And now this person's faced with a decision. Yeah, I said they got married. Whoever this person is, they got in connection with this man, whoever they married. They got into the connection to secure their future. So the unexpected ending could have been the unexpected death of the partner. Thief with gift. So this was meant to come to you, and they've been hiding it. They've been hiding this message. Because I have the message in the upper with letter in the reverse, and the letter is literally something. It's like a message that you should have received, communication, but you didn't receive it. With message out here again. So you got message out here twice in the upright next to poverty with letter in the reverse, but says you didn't receive the actual message. So something was done illegally. Child. So if there was a marriage here, this is a lot. So if there was a marriage and say someone in that marriage passed away, if there was something significant left behind, you never got it. It was not, and I think the person that received it, they weren't meant to have it. It wasn't meant for them. This gift was not meant for them. The gift that was left behind, the inheritance, whatever this is, there was something left behind, and the person who has it, who is in possession of it, it does not belong to them. It was not meant for them to have. it was received from a marriage. Marriage is out here twice. This woman got into a relationship with this man in order to secure her future. When he suddenly passed away, could have been of bad health, but when he suddenly passed away, she was faced with a crossroad because there's information here. She got some information that she didn't want anybody else to know about, least of all you. She didn't want you to know about it. Because whatever this is, it doesn't belong to them. It belongs to you. Oh, look. Our friend, the mature woman at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right. I'm going to grab some index cards. Time-wise. 304 people in here. Can we get some more thumbs up? I only got 148 likes. All right, the month of December may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Someone is jealous of your light. Maintain your strong boundaries. Someone tries to convince people that you are the crazy one. Somebody may also be sending you dark energy, and they're stuck in a mindset. Someone here is a liar, could very well be the Sagittarius or the Capricorn. Someone does things with an expectation of what they'll get in return. You're dealing with a control freak. There is some type of power struggle. Could also be dealing with a Leo. We have a distorted masculine out here. Someone's home life is in turmoil. They think they know it all, and those who usually think they know it all don't know shit. There's stolen money out here. Someone uses others for advancement. There's a baby mama out here. The month of May could be of significance. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Gemini. Someone uses cruelty and masks it as tough love. God has seen their misdeeds. Someone says, I know you're angry with me. Someone is lost without you. This was a toxic relationship. There may be a loss of money or assets. There have been several failed attempts against you. We have jealous family members. The month of November may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. Someone could be dealing with alcoholism. Someone says they project their fears in order to scare you. Someone's afraid to lose you. They may have been trying to affect your sacral chakra or your partner's sacral chakra. Spirit says sage your home. Someone was either trying to leave you for dead or they feel like you left them for dead. Somebody may be losing material comforts. The month of January may also be of significance. You have Capricorn or Aquarius. You have humbled them all. And somebody was trying to destroy your life. Ooh. Uh-oh. We have someone lurking. We have some exciting news coming. There may be a new home. Somebody may contact you via phone. Set boundaries. There's a happy outcome. We like it. Somebody is dealing with fear and worry. Then we have new lifestyle. So new home and new lifestyle. Closure is needed. Seeing clearly. Soul tribe. Fresh start. New home is above fresh start, so we like that. So exciting news, new home with a fresh start. We like it. Walk it off. If you do have a conversation via phone with somebody that is dealing with a family situation, because we have family issues out here, set boundaries with that family. Don't let them push your buttons. Walk it off before you say something that you may regret later And usually when Mercury goes retrograde, I try to save those conversations. And I know that most times during Mercury retrograde, when you're trying to have conversations that are, that have depth, there might be some miscommunication there. So, instead of like beating yourself in the head trying to make somebody understand, if somebody comes at you sideways, I would probably not respond. Don't react. I'd rather you approach it with a cool head. Don't let anybody, like, now when my dad's funny because my dad used to always say to me, never let them see you sweat. And it took me my whole life to understand what that really, really meant for me. Because usually when I'm pissed off, everybody knows it. It's all on my face. So here I kind of feel like if somebody approaches you and they start to push your buttons, don't engage. Don't even entertain it. Cleanse your energy. Pause before acting. Mm-hmm. Ooh, financial improvements with new lifestyle and positive energy. Hey, we like it. Shift your focus. Time for play. Empathy overload. It's not personal. Summertime, so the rest of the summer may be significant. Balancing act. Something's coming to an end. You may have energy blockages. And there's a lack of passion. Bottom of the deck is soul journey. All right, let's look at the synchronicities. Immediately, I see 1222, 166, 118, 115. 99, 77, 919 or 199, 233. Okay, let's look at the dates. I have January the 3rd, January the 9th, 8th and 9th. So January 3rd, January 8th and 9th, January the 16th, 15th, 17th, 18th, and 25th, and the 22nd. No dates in February. I have March the 4th, March the 10th, March the 14th, March the 23rd. Ooh, March 18th, March 25th, March 1st, March 15th, March 16th. I have a lot of dates in April. I have April the 3rd, April the 10th, April the 18th, April the 23rd, April the 6th, April the 8th, April the 7th, April the 14th, and April the 12th. May 8th, 9th, May 17th, May 19th, May 22nd, June the 4th, June 8th, June 10th, June 16th, June 23rd, July. I have July the 4th, July the 8th, July the 9th, July the 12th, July 14th, July 16th, July 22nd, August the 1st, August the 1st, August the 4th, August the 6th and 7th, August the 12th, August the 17th, August the 19th. Did I say August the 9th? August, let's see, September the 1st, September the 17th, September the 8th, September 5th, September 7th, 12th, and 22nd. October the 3rd, October the 4th, October the 6th, October 16th, 18th, and the 23rd. And no dates in November. December the 4th, December the 7th, December 8th, December 9th, December the 22nd. Yeah. All right, let me grab one Chinese 5 elements and then I'm going to wrap because hour and a half that's a good running time. But thank you guys for being here with me tonight. I appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, new bookings. I appreciate y'all supporting each other in the comments. Thank you for being with me tonight. Oh, I love this. All right, we have Wood Tiger. Powerful beginnings and progress. This card appears as a sign that new adventures and positive changes are in store. You're entertaining a new cycle of growth. How much progress is up to your imagination. The more proactive and bolder you are, the more you can make a difference. It's a big world out there, and you're not meant to stay small with your creativity and big picture thinking. Consider how you can contribute more to your world with your strengths and experience. Visualize a more sustainable future for yourself and your community and initiate the changes needed to make it happen. Keep planting the seeds to fuel the growth. Your knack for defying all odds and turning things around has made quite an impression on your external world. There are many who look up to you for courage and inspiration. It's now time to step it up. The universe is urging you to tackle bigger challenges and be a trailblazer in these changing times. Answer the call. There are places to go and people to see. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this resonated for you or gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. Again, if you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, my books are always open. And all of my information can be found below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. I might be changing my business model just a little bit. I haven't really finished processing all of that. I may remove the video option for reading purchases. I may only use the video option for return clients. But I may be switching strictly to just live readings only. I actually prefer those, to be perfectly honest. I don't mind doing a video, but a lot of times I'm just sitting here talking to myself all day long, and I would much rather engage with folks. So I may be making some changes to my website pretty soon. I just haven't figured out the ins and outs of how I wanted to do that. So, but if you want to get in with me, if you want to book a video reading, I'd do that now before I make a change. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Hopefully I'll get back to our regular scheduled program tomorrow with recorded videos. Till next time, take care, guys. Be well. I love you. Bye. Yes, Fiorella. Yes, you can have a shout out. Bye, Tanya.